Y'all already know what it is. Salute, salute, salute. All my generals, all my lines, all my real men. I'm out here. Brought my little mans out. Look.
Now you guys saw that.
Yup. They go the baby one right here. Look. He on it. Then there goes the other one over there. Where he at? There you go. With the white shirt. Look. Acting like he about to go up in them rocks. Aiden, back up. Introducing y'all to my fam, man. Cause y'all family. It's my family. Even though I know my page is very, 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 let's say, the right words I would say is educational. But at the same time, very violent. And that's just because of a lifestyle that somebody was living. I mean, I was living that lifestyle where violence was a part of my life. Now, y'all see, look. Y'all see, right? Y'all see, right? No more projects. No more Rikers Island. No more upstate New York. No more prison, period. It's all about making the best, living the best life that I possibly can. Being happy. After all the years in prison that I spent, bro, to be able to come out here and wet my feet in the beach, come out here and bring my little mans, know that this is where I live now. It's a blessing, huh? It's a blessing. And I appreciate it. So for all those like that be sometimes talking about like, yo, you need to grow up. I did grow up, bro. I'm a grown ass man, man. Family man, taking care of my family. You know? Giving them the opportunity to do things like this whenever they want.
Oh, where's my mom?
Feel me? But y'all already know what Lions and Men Foundation is about. The other side of the story. The other side of the story. So I got some smoke for y'all. I'm not even gonna lie. So basically, y'all remember when I was talking about that dude Razor?
Daddy, look. I found this shell.
Yeah? Okay.
There's little old shell.
Find some more shells. This little cam, you heard? So, basically, Razor, the last time I talked on him, it was basically about a situation that took place when he knocked out that lion, black lion, Jamaican dude Bishop, right? So Bishop, and I rock with Bishop. Because at this time, yeah, he was rocking with the homies and all that, but it was different. Like, yo, this is all happening in the beacon. I'm gonna have to call Steve-O, because Steve-O was in the building also. And I want to ask him if he remembers about this shit, because he wasn't in my house no longer. He got moved, but I'm pretty sure he's probably familiar with this situation. I'll chop it up with him to find out. But at the end of the day, Razor did what he did with the black lion nigga Bishop, right? He took the nigga slot time and they literally robbed him. They took everything in his cell, from clothes to guns.
Yeah, wow!
Alright, from clothes to guns. And when I say guns, you know what I'm talking about, shanks and shit like that. To commissary, pin number, like they violated son, like yo. I don't know, man, like they did him dirty, bro. But anyway, So this dude, Razor, he ends up basically holding weight in the house now because of that whole incident. Because of him fucking knocking this nigga Bishop out. So because he knocked Bishop out, all of a sudden now, this nigga is somebody that dudes is talking about now. His name is ringing bells in the building, you feel me? And I'm like, all right, I get it. His name is ringing bells in the building. He knocked this dude Bishop out 2 times, poured Kool-Aid on his face 2 times, and woke him up and knocked him out. And then after he knocked him out, he basically exposed the dude. So now Razor is emboldened. You feel me? He is literally feeling himself. You feel me? Like, when I say feeling myself, I'm talking about he was literally feeling himself. You feel me? Like he wasn't like not feeling himself. He was over feeling himself. He was feeling himself so much that he felt like he needed to make a move on my fucking slot. Let's get into it. What up? Oh, back over there, man. Go. Y'all already see what type of time I'm on. Let me get them.
They're wet.
So, what up? Put it over there by the towel. My little man's just interrupting like a motherfucker. I ain't even gonna lie. I apologize for that. But at the end of the day, Razor started feeling himself so much to the point where he was like, once he realized that my number, I was the only king there. Let's get into that. I was the only king in the all blood house with slot time on the blood phone. Facts. And I had exclusive time. Facts. You know what I mean? 9 to click, 8 to click. You feel me? Like I wasn't on there. I was on there when it held weight. When it mattered, when I needed to talk to my peoples, which was later on in the evening time, versus in the morning time or afternoon time. So Razor, my co-defendant, was with me for a minute. Then my co-defendant ended up leaving. He ended up getting sentenced or getting packed up. I forgot what happened. I think his classification changed. And he ended up getting packed up and moved to another spot. So when he got packed up and moved to another spot, it was just basically all me now. And like I told you, I had slot time and I held an official couple of hours. I had 2 hours on the phone, and it was basically like 8 to click type situation. You feel me? On that specific phone, but they already had a whole nother blood phone. Then you had the other phone, and you had some bloods on my phone also. And they had slot. Some of them had slot on there also, not all of them, but some of them. And basically, when Razor started realizing that I was dolo, he felt like that was the opportunity for him to make a move, right? So he made a move. He made a move. He made a move not only on the phone, he made a move on how it started. It was like this, right? So there was this Mexican kid that was in the house with me, right? Now this Mexican kid that I'm talking about, his name is, I forget, but he was MS-13. He was MS-13. No, not MS-13. No, he wasn't MS-13. He was one of the other gangs. Traviesos. Something like that. Traviesos. He wasn't MS-13. he was travioso. And at the end of the day, what happens is his family owns businesses in New York or certain whatever area, whatever borough he was at, they own businesses. So he needed to get on the phone to make moves. Dudes plugged me in with him like, yo, I chopped it up with him. So basically I was his protection. And everywhere I was around, I made sure that he got on the phone. I made sure that he was good. And at the end of the day, Razor, after this whole situation popped off, he started trying to put his finger in my pot because Duke was also like, you know, setting Twin out. Like, he had money, I ain't gonna lie. I wasn't extorting him, but I was definitely holding him down, making sure that he wasn't getting extorted, you feel me? So, but what ends up happening is that this dude, Razor, after he knocked this nigga Bishop out, he really emboldened now, and he really feeling himself now. And he really talking about like how he, you know what I mean, he's acting like he's running the whole house now. He running the whole house, he trying to run the phones, he trying to run the pantry. And he's seeing that he got the numbers now, and now he trying to the kid, you know what I'm saying? And he's trying to fuck the dudes that I was already protecting. So what happens is this, he runs down in the Mexican dude's cell, right? He runs down in the Mexican dude's cell, and he basically tells the Mexican dude, like, yo, what's your PIN number? He's like, yo, Chulo got my PIN number. Yo, go talk to Chulo. He's like, yo, what? What Chulo got to do with any of this? Chulo, yo, listen. Chulo said, He start talking my name, Chulo. So this nigga Razor, right? Now, mind you, I'm always strapped. I am always strapped now. I'm in an all-blood house, you feel me? Only letting King in there. So, this nigga Razor come out. He like, yo, he want to chop it up with me. He start asking dudes first, though. Like, yo, what's up with this nigga? Even though he already done been with me in the house, he's like still asking like other homies, like, yo, what's up? So basically what he's trying to do is like, yo, why we got this King nigga in here? He hold weight. This nigga gets 2 milks. This nigga getting 2 trays. This nigga got slap time. This nigga like like a bunch of hate shit, right? Because I'm Spanish and I'm rapping. And I'm holding this Mexican dude down now that he's trying to extort. So, Razor sized me up. You seen I was a little nigga, I was skinny, young, you know what I mean? He's a little bit bigger than me. You know what I mean, I ain't gonna lie. He's a little bit bigger than me, a little bit taller than me and all that. And he was feeling himself, like I said. So what happens? He calls himself trying to press me, right? So he comes at me, he's like, yo, what's up with this yo, I need this nigga PIN number. I'm like, who? What? He's like, yo, I need blah, blah, blah PIN number. I'm like, yo, bro, you know that's not gonna happen. So he starts all the red off the rip. I already seen what it was, right? Because the Mexican dude, I forgot this part. The Mexican kid, he came to me after he got pressed. I was on a visit, so I wasn't there when he got pressed with his PIN number. He ended up giving his PIN number. No, he didn't give the PIN number to Razor, and he said, yo, I'm not doing nothing to Chulo. So when I come back from the visit, the Mexican kid puts me on point, right? So I'm like, oh, word? I'm like, all right. So basically, son was trying to basically extort somebody that I was holding down so that he could get on the phone more. Because Razor was a bum ass nigga. He ain't had nobody. He was one of them dudes. So when I come back off the visit, I find this out. The Mexican dude put me on. When Razor comes to holler at me, I'm already on point. I'm like, what? Nah, what you mean? I'm not giving you that PIN number, that's mine. And I'm not extorting, son. I'm not extorting, I'm not taking nothing from him. If I need something, I'm like, yo, bro, do this. He'll do it. I mean, I'm like, yo, if I do want to make something happen, if I need something and I'm short on something, I'll be like, yo, bro, do me a favor. Had this set there or whatever, but I wasn't like robbing him or extorting him. He was a pawn, man. He was a pawn. And I was a lion. I was a king, and I was holding him down. So, the nigga Razor, I was already on point, like I told y'all. Now, I wasn't somebody that always like kept a rug on me. I was somebody that always kept a knife on me. You know what I mean? When I went to court, I always had a razor on me. But when I was in population, well, I was on like, nah, it was always like either an ice pick or some form of a shank. So anyway, Razor come at me, his energies, and I'm like, oh, this nigga trying to make a move. And I already knew he was trying to make a move once the Mexican kid told me that he was trying to get his PIN number, and that he told him that I was the one that had the PIN number and that he wasn't doing it. So I already knew this dude was about to like, so y'all can fill in the blank now. Y'all ain't got to fill in the blank. It popped. And guess what happened? He got stabbed 4 or 5 times. Boom, 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 boom. And started wilding. I ain't gonna lie, son. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if he was high on drugs. I hit him 4 or 5 times in the middle of a conversation. Because it went from the Mexican nigga PIN number, know what I mean, to like it was starting going left towards the phone. I'm like, yo, bro. And I seen that he was like, I seen what he did to Bishop. I refused to let that nigga do that to me. So automatically, once I felt leery, I was a little bit like, yo, nah. I popped, and I was strapped. And I hit him. Bum, 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 bum. Now, when I hit the nigga jumped on me. And he tried to act like he was like fucking Hulk Hogan or some shit. He's over here screaming and shit. Ah, motherfucker, He was, this shit up. Yo, you can't make this shit up. He was wilding, right? Now, I stabbed him with some shit that was like 4 inches long, right? The plug, like I told you, that was my go-to. Anywhere where there was a plug socket and there was a plate, those plates is 2 guns. And I'm telling you, them shits work. That's why he was screaming like a fucking maniac when I poked his ass up. So, I poked the nigga up, right? And I hit him in the face also. So, anybody that know Razor know, that nigga, yeah, that was me. I'm the one that did that. And he probably got more war scars than that because he was a grimy ass dude. He had a lot of enemies, but that's besides the point. At the end of the day, I make some move. I pops on him. I hit the nigga. When I hit the nigga, some of the homies now want to try to get involved. Feel me? Some of the homies that was rocking with him, because he wasn't blood. So he was rocking with the Bloods, but he wasn't blood. Not then. Eventually, I believe he did turn blood. And the crazy shit is that I was with Razor in Clinton also. In Clinton, when his mother got murdered. So you see, shit that I'm talking about is real talk. I can talk about this shit because I was with the dude. I was with him on the island. I was with the nigga up top. And at the end of the day, everything I'm saying is facts. You feel me? And hold on, let me see, make sure all 3 of my little ones is on deck. Alright, I see them. So I hit the nigga. He rushed me, like I said, he bigger than me, so he was able to like grab me, slam me or whatever. And while he grabbed me and threw me on the floor, he's holding my hand because I still got the knife in my hand. And I'm still trying to get at the nigga. Like I said, he was trying to use his weight. Then some of the homies that was there started actually also trying to move on the twin, right? I guess they took it like, they was like, fuck it, I mean, let's get this nigga up out of here, right? So this is how I left that house. I stabbed Razor, right? The homies rushed me now. They start trying to put feet on me and all that while I'm on the floor. The police in the bubble pull a pin, right? The police in the bubble come out and they try to separate. They actually tried to intervene because the nigga GQ was there. GQ was one of the CEOs that rocked with the bros. So GQ, he seen it was me. He run up in there. He pulled the nigga Razor off of me, right? So once he pulled Razor off of me, it's over. Once I was up, I was on my feet. It was another movie, you heard? So now, dudes is popping on police also. They popped on GQ. Salute to GQ. Y'all gotta talk to Steve, or I don't know if you remember this shit. Because it happened twice. It happened in 4 block, and then this is what I'm talking about is when we got moved and we was in another block after the flood. But they popped on the police. For the first time in my life, I can actually say that a fucking CEO, bro, a correction officer, banged out with me, bro. Salute to GQ, man. Yo, you can't make this shit up. GQ I popped once I got up and he got the nigga Razor off of me. That's it. I was all over the place. Know what I'm saying? I still had the ratchet in my hand and work got put in, man. Niggas got stabbed up that day, bro. No charges. No charges. No charges. Got away with that. Off the rip, that GQ got assaulted and the whole house, it was a whole riot. A riot popped off. It was a riot in the house. Or the dudes that was rocking with me, like my son, salute to my son, E was popping off. It was like 2 dudes that was there that I rock with that popped off. Everybody else that was fugazi, they ain't do shit. You know what I'm saying? They basically was just, you know what I mean, in the backgrounds watching shit take place. But yeah, nigga, that was the beacon. That was the beacon. This is 2000. 2000 in the beacon after I left North Facility. And they put me on the wheel. And I ended up going to 8 block first, all blood house. Then I got sent to 4 block, all blood house. And then I got sent to I think it was 1 Main or some shit like that. And that was just because of the flood. And they had to pack everybody up that was in 4 block, and they moved us to the gymnasium. Then from the gymnasium we ended up going to a whole nother block. But facts, a whole situation, a whole crazy movie popped off, and I ended up getting up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Obviously they knew that I couldn't stay there now the homies was like, you know, that was their time. I was by myself, literally dolo. My Cody done left, a couple of my twins that was there with me left, and Razor was feeling himself, and he was the antagonist. He was the instigator. He was actually the one that put the battery in these homies' blocks, in these homies' backs. And once they seen that they had a little opportunity to get me up out of there, they made their move. Yeah, a lot of them niggas got hit though. Facts. I walked out of there. I walked out talking my shit. While me and the CEO, that shit's crazy. You can't make this up. There was wild dudes jumping on this nigga CQ, and he CQ and CO until he pulled out his little mace shit. Once he pulled out the little spray, and back man dudes out, and he grabbing me, pulling me, cause now even CQ was bigger than me and stocky. I was a little dude, bro. I was always been. I got my weight up a little bit now. I was a little dude back then. So CQ started spraying dudes. You know what I mean? And once he started spraying dudes start backing up. He snatching me, pulling me by my fucking shirt. Like, yo, come on, get the fuck up out of here. Get the fuck up out of here. Like, facts. I ain't gonna lie. Facts. So, and we had the whole house flipped. All these niggas was always acting like, yo, yeah, I fuck with you, Chulo. Yeah, Chulo, you official. Yo, you one of the only kings, one of those Spanish dudes I ride with. The first opportunity they got, that they had all the numbers, and they was all riding this nigga Razor's, you know what? And they seen how he was moving, they end up taking advantage of it, you heard? They made their move. They got me up out the house. And they put me in the annex. That's a whole nother story. They put me in Puerto Rico with all the kings that was hiding. All the kings was in the annex. I was in the projects the whole time, so they got me up out of their projects. These niggas is in the motherfucking annex living their best life. Like 5, 6 phones. And that's when I crossed paths with MK. No, is it MK? Yeah, MK's co-defendant, sidekick. I got a a lot to talk about when it comes to sidekick. Sidekick ratted on MK. Facts, he did. It's public record. He ratted. He ratted for a reason. I know a lot of dudes gonna be like, yo, nobody can rat for it. It doesn't matter. You ratted, you ratted. I'm gonna tell y'all why he ratted, right? Exactly why. Because I was with him, literally, till I blew trial. That was the last house I was at in the annex in the Beacon. Then I got sent to the 4 building. I'm gonna let y'all know exactly why he ratted, because he told me. He told me to my face. He told me. And that's a whole nother story. So I'm gonna keep that one, and it's safe. And we're gonna get into that though. But y'all already know what it is. Y'all see what it is. Y'all see what it is, right? So yeah, I'm about to move around. And nothing but love to every single one of y'all that been supporting me from day one. Hit the subs, hit the subscribes, man. Hit the subscribes, hit the shares, hit the likes. Y'all already know what it is. Lions and Men. Let's get it. Boom.